That's not something I was ever taught in acting school. In acting school, they're never like, hey, if like you actually start working as an actor and this thing catches on, you're going to be going on crazy adventures. Like, where is it going to take me next?
You have starred in a show before that left me wanting more, and it went out on a high. 000.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up. I mean, 000, it turned out really well, right? It was almost like an indie movie financing model for a TV show. It was like an incredibly difficult shoot,
Really?
and I was really happy when I watched the show that it looked dangerous because it was an adventure, man. That show was such
Really?
an adventure, and how it kind of like came out on a different, like, it wasn't like just Amazon or just
Mm.
Netflix. It was like in every country. In Europe, it was out on a different platform. In North America, it was out on Amazon. So it didn't have like the, I don't know, publicity engine of like one company. It's a show that people talk to me about all the time, but everyone feels like it's like their little secret. And I
Now,
think, it's cool to see the life of something after it's come out, and that seems to have a really prolonged life. And I would definitely encourage people to see it because I think it did turn out really good.
If we don't continue to broker cocaine, this company ceases to exist.
We're filming in, I don't know, 5 different countries. We were in New Orleans, all around Mexico, and the places we're shooting, like, those are the real places. So they're not like places people go to vacation in Mexico. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
We were all around Morocco, same deal, the Sahara Desert, Casablanca. We were shooting in the slums of Dakar, Senegal. Like, I've never
Mm.
heard of a movie doing that. And just like the pure logistics of where we were going and, bringing a film crew there, setting it up and shooting, out on a cargo ship in the middle of the ocean. That's not something I was ever taught in acting school. In acting school, they're never like, hey, if like you actually start working as an actor and this thing catches on, you're going to be going on crazy adventures. And I have, man, I've gone on the wildest adventures. I've learned to really like embrace the adventure of making a film or a TV show. And in a lot of ways, the more adventurous, the better. And I am always interested to see like where is it going to take me next.
Mm.
But I hope it stays adventurous.
Money solves everything.
Exactly, kiddo.
This series that we do at the Independent, Go to Bat, it's a series designed to shine a light on actors, directors, writers, previous credits that might not have got the love it deserved, and just kind of unpacking why that is. You did pick something. I don't know if you remember this interview. Did it come your way? Do you
Yes, I
remember
picked it yesterday. I picked Two Lovers and a Bear.
Just explain kind of what the film is and why you think it kind of didn't have its moment in the sun.
Two Lovers and a Bear is a romantic drama, I guess, but that stars me and Tatiana Maslany, and it follows these two young people in love in the Arctic as they kind of like set on a journey out of the town they live in into the like wilderness of the Arctic, and try and survive really off of each other's love, and backslash I can talk to polar bears.
You know how when you're watching something, you're like, I'm into this, and then something wild happens, you're like, I'm really into this.
Yeah.
I've loved you from the moment I laid eyes on you.
Why didn't it get its moment in the sun? I don't know. It's not like a usual movie. I think it's intense, it's romantic, it demands a lot of its reader, but it also has this like talk to animals aspect of it. It's not like your usual film. I'm really proud of it. It was just one of those that like didn't find the right home and didn't find the right people to promote it and release it, and who knows why, but I really love that film, and it was a real adventure to make. We made it in the Arctic. We made it in Iqaluit, Canada. We had an awesome French Canadian kind of Quebecois crew and director. It was a really interesting world. Like, their film world is really interesting, but also just the experience of making it and the adventure that it was. I mean, we were riding snowmobiles on the Arctic Ocean. Like, the place we were, the high temperature, daily average temperature was negative 35 degrees, which is where Celsius and Fahrenheit like meet, and they're just the same. And they're just like, it, it's cold, you know? So
That's
like that movie, it's a real adventure and it's beautiful. And I would love more people to watch it.
And I guess now with streaming services, there has like if Two Lovers and a Bear dropped on Netflix, it probably would find an audience.
You hear that, Netflix?
It's just me and you.
A lot of indie movies, they never see the light of day, you know? And so that's why it's so important when making them that everyone's super passionate about what they're doing, and they're doing it for the process and not the product, you know? Like when I look back on Two Lovers and a Bear, it was the process of making that film that made it one of the most special films I've ever made. And like I knew walking away, if no one ever sees this, like I've grown as a person, I've grown as an artist, I'm better because of this experience. I hope people get to see it, but that part's out of my control. And so, you know, that's why I think what has to drive your decisions in making independent films.